I think stopping paddling or retiring, however you want to call it, from paddling was difficult for me for sure for a bunch of reasons. Well, one was that it takes up so much of your time that you have this just void that you don't know what to fill with, right? Another reason is that I guess it's your identity, right? It's something you've been working towards for so long with such strong focus, and when it's not there anymore, kind of you're not really sure who you are. I mean, for me, another piece was the kind of that like I guess like I've always moved around so much for paddling, and it's like I remember it just seems like I was never in one spot for longer than like 4 months. So when I stopped, it's like I didn't really know where home was. It's like I don't know, like there's not one spot where I would consider home. I didn't know where I kind of where I belong or where I should end up. So that was tricky. And then another thing when you stop is, or at least when I did, there's a strong feeling of regret, like things you didn't accomplish and wish you could have. And in that cycle, kind of that thought process, you only seem to remember your shortcomings. You never remember the times you achieved like what you wanted to achieve, or you had a great result. It's like your brain just gets hardwired to find all these defeats. And so it's like I've gotten a lot better at reframing that regret. Kind of, it's too. There's too many things that happen in the sporting career to think so simplistically. Like it's just results based. It's not. It doesn't encompass the whole thing. Like there's so many things that you experience, right? So many friends you meet, so many places you see, just so many great experiences that just defining it by that one factor is not, it's not helpful. And regret, as we know, it does no use, right? So it does no good. So I've worked on it and I've gotten a lot better at kind of changing the mindset behind that. And one of the big things I realized when I was kind of struggling with just not paddling anymore was that one thing that I realized is that there's not many resources for athletes that are going through that transition. Like I think maybe there's more it's coming a little bit more to the spotlight, but it's something that there's still, it seems like a lack of resources. Like there's not really, there's things that are starting up, but for the most part, there's so much focus and a lot of funding going into obviously driving that high performance up. But once you stop, the kind of well dries up. Like there's not really anything or very limited resources to help these athletes figure out where to go and to feel supported. Like as an athlete, you have a team around you, right? You have a coach, you have your teammates, you have the sports science team, and then from going to feeling supported to feeling like you have really no one it's a pretty big change, right? So it's almost, if you feel like you're supported and you have a team even after you're done, I think it can go a very long way. Advice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really great at giving advice. Like I don't know. I don't like telling people what to do because really, I don't know what to do. It's not my thing. But I guess the best thing I could give people is just be honest with their feelings. Like I find that a lot of people kind of they avoid what they're actually feeling and they try and cover it up, and just realizing that sometimes it's okay to be not okay. Like it's okay to feel bad or to feel down. You don't have to be positive or optimistic all the time. You just need to be real with what you're feeling, because if you're not real, then you can't really address, right? If you don't acknowledge something, then you can't address it and you can't fix it. So if if you're having some difficulty or some issue, just try and find someone to help, or try and figure out a way to work through it.